Do you know the traits of a bad leader? Do you even know the traits of a good leader? Well, today we're going to talk about the traits of a good leader. Let's talk about it. Welcome back, Preneurs. I think one of the number one questions when it comes to leadership is, am I a good leader or am I a bad leader? And at the end of the day, it may be opinion, maybe it's not opinion, but here's some different traits I'm going to talk about that maybe can help you move to the good leader side of things. So number one is saying, I am wrong and I am sorry or I apologize. If you're a good leader, I believe that you need to be able to say those different things. Why? Because you can show empathy. You can show that you don't walk on water, that you're not perfect. I think a lot of people, when they're leading others, they got to look at, like, I look so good, like I'm so great, and they got to look and portray that they are greater than they are, right? And so they don't ever let people know that they're just human. Okay, so yes, you make mistakes. Yes, you have problems. Yes, you're going through things the same way that anyone else is going through. The only difference is that you're able to be aware of them and you're able to apologize if you make the fault for that, and you're able to move forward and learn from those mistakes. So I think number one is being able to say, again, I am sorry, I apologize. If you make a mistake, take responsibility for that and be able to move forward. That's number one. Number two is being able to say to your team that you're leading that you are proud of them. Okay, are you able to say that? I think one of the biggest things, especially when it comes to leadership, there was a trend of leadership that I always used to hear about where it's not good to give encouragement, right? Tough love. You used to hear those different things, right? I'm like, what? No. Give encouragement. Give people recognition. Give people the praise that they need. Why? Because that is literally what elevates people. I think that's the best currency ever, is to be able to give someone encouragement, give them recognition, give them praise. So are you doing that? I think a good leader is able to give that to their people that they are leading. Okay, and what does that really do? That literally helps them literally be in a position to increase their loyalty for you. Because why? They know that you're on their side, you're in their corner. All right, because you're seeing the good things that they're doing, but also calling out the bad things they're doing as well. I think that's a good trait of a leader. Number three, which brings me to asking the question, what do you think? What do you think? Do you ask that question, or are you the only one that knows everything in your group? Just because you're the leader doesn't mean that you can't learn from those that you're leading. I think the best thing you can ever do is ask the people that you're leading, what do you think about this decision we're about to make? Doesn't mean that they lead you, not at all, but you want inclusion. Why? Because you're doing this together. Do you want partnership with the people you're leading to, or do you want dictatorship? I think a good leader is very good at including everybody with them on where they're going versus telling everybody, this is where we're going. I don't care less if you like it or not. No, we're going here. How do you feel about us going here together? Do you want to take ownership with us going here together? I think if we do that, we'll get to the destination more effectively and more happier and more ownership for all of us getting in there together. That brings us to the next one, which is asking the question to the ones that you're leading. How can I help? How can I help? And what does that really do? That's an act of service, right? That's an act of saying, here, I want to max your life out to the fullest. If you're around me, it needs to elevate to a different level. Do you become a better husband? Do you become a better parent? Do you become better for your culture? Do you become better for your community? Are we able to help our country? Like, these are different things that you want to consistently help more and more and more. And so when you ask that question as a leader, what you're really doing is saying, forget about me, let me serve you, because if I serve you, everything around me just gets better. So I think that's a very good trait for someone that is consistently asking that question, how can I help you? Not how can you help me, how can I help you? All right. That brings us to our next one, which is, do you tell people that I trust you? Or do you ask the question is to your people that you're leading, do you trust me? And a lot of people don't want to ask that question, right? Because maybe their ego's too high and saying, well, I don't want to really hear the real truth of why you trust me or don't trust me. But I think a good leader is able to ask that question and say, do you trust me? And how can I work on that trust? Because trust is earned. And if you're getting a lot of performance, okay, and increased loyalty from your team, is simply because they trust you. High trust equals high speed, right? So I think that's a very big trait when it comes to a leader, is that they have a lot of trust. All right. You see a lot of camaraderie when there's a lot of trust. I think it's a major one. And that brings us to our last one, which is a leader leads by example. Okay. And what does that really give you? That gives you moral authority. You know, you never want to tell someone to do something that you're not willing to do your personal self. Right. So that would be more on the hypocritical side of things. So what are you doing right now? Okay, that's in the same action the ones that you're leading, because the purpose of being a leader is to lead someone to somewhere they haven't been yet. Lead means you take the first step. right? So then for you, what are you doing right now to make sure that you are leading by example for your team to be able to see? Because more is definitely caught, all right, than taught. So with that, Preneurs, that will end this video. Those are the traits that I believe that are big for those that want to step into being a good leader, and maybe can take it to be even a great leader. Did I miss any? Please let us know in the comments if we did. We would love to hear from you, and go and increase 1% daily so we can help you increase your profit, your passion, your purpose, so you can again live your best Preneur life. And again, we'll see you guys on the next video.